So, a controversy that occurs with people is if screen time can have a negative or positive effect on children. Like, can it cause them to become dumber than they may already be? Or can it help them in some way, like grow connected with people? I think this is interesting because I tend to spend a lot of time on a screen, so I decided to research it. Some disadvantages to screen time is according to Time Magazine, linked to poor progress on key development measures such as communication skills, problem solving, and social interactions among young kids over time. This is basically saying that kids who spend more time on screens have a harder time learning things and keeping up with the rest of the kids. They also tend to comprehend things at a slower pace than other kids who have less digital exposure. The journalist resource has an article that says toddlers who use mobile devices daily are more likely to experience speech delays, according to an analysis of parent-reported data on 893 children in the Greater Toronto Area of Canada. So basically, toddlers who experience screen time may end up learning to speak slower than others. They will have a harder time learning new words since they spend so much time with looking at a screen. And this could affect their social skills, leaving them behind developmentally. Not all scientists and people believe that screen time for children is entirely negative. Some positive effects of screen time, according to ABC News, says there are positive effects of screen time, including increasing social connection, particularly in kids in marginalized groups, where finding online communities where they can be accepted and supported can be immensely positive. Basically, this is like helping kids connect with other kids. And with kids meeting people just like them, they can feel accepted and more positive about themselves. This idea negates the argument that children cannot develop personal relationships with others due to too much screen time. Likewise, an article in Science Daily says that some researchers found that children paid attention and responded to their on-screen partners, but only children who experienced interactive video chat responded in sync with the partner, such as clapping to imitate after the partner had clapped. Basically what it is saying is that the child would try to imitate what was being said and done on the screen. If a child is able to learn from FaceTime, they will be able to develop and learn faster. The differences in the views of the effects of screen time on children can be used to form an opinion on how much time a child should spend on electronics. Since the positive and negative effects of how screen time affects children counter each other and make good points, I cannot simply choose one side over the other. Though there are more articles that have to do with the negative parts of screen time involving children, the articles that have to do with positive side of screen time involving children make a fair point about how it can help connect children with their kids like them. The negative side, however, does pose a fair point also, though, when talking about how screen time can cause a child to develop slowly. Something that could be interesting to anyone would be this topic because it is something that is very common nowadays. So I hope you enjoyed my speech, and thank you.